What's going on, everybody? This is Seth here, and tonight I am back with another college football prediction video. And tonight I'm going to be talking about the number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes going on the road to face off the 22nd ranked team in the country, which is Illinois. And yes, these rankings will change after tomorrow, this Saturday. So I'm going to be posting this tonight. And so this game will be also played on October 11th of 2025. It's a 12 p.m. Eastern game, which again, I dislike 12 p.m. Eastern games. I feel like they just kill the vibe, and also the tailgating. You have to wake up in the morning, but it is what it is. So, as of further ado, let's go ahead and go through the slideshow, and this is going to be a good one for this game of the week for my prediction videos. All right, so another Memorial Stadium. How many stadiums are just going to be called Memorial? I know they probably have another name for that as well, but the location is at Illinois, which is the Memorial Stadium. Looks like a great venue. Would love to visit there. Never been to Illinois. That's not true. Actually, probably passed it driving up to Michigan. But yeah, I would love to go visit there one time and just to see what it's like at Illinois. And Brett Bielema has done a great job there, and it could be a good interesting game. All right, so last week, Illinois beat Purdue. I think the game was close in the beginning, and then Illinois pretty much handed Purdue a solid win for them. So they won 43-27, and Illinois is 5-1 and 2-1 in the conference. And their loss was against Indiana. Week 6 for Ohio State pretty much handed Minnesota a big loss, 42-3, and Ohio State is 5-0 for them. All right, so last meeting was actually in 2017. I don't know how accurate that is. I think that's accurate. I looked it up on the Illinois versus Ohio State history, and it's crazy that these two teams have been in the same conference. But that's because both teams played in different divisions before the Big Ten dissolved the divisions up. So last meeting was 2017. Ohio State won 52-14, and Ohio State leads in the series, all-time series, 69 wins to 30 losses. And Illinois has a 9-game losing streak to Ohio State. So this could be a trap game for Ohio State. So Illinois can potentially beat them at Illinois. So that's a tough environment to play, especially in the Big Ten. All right, so the top 3 offensive players versus the top 3 defensive players by position, like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and then for defense, defensive lineman, linebacker, and defensive back. So we got quarterback Luke Altmaier with 19 completions to 22 attempts with 390 passing yards, averaged about 17.7 per throw, had 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. So not a bad day for him. Then we got Khalil Valentine for running back with 22 carries, 95 rushing yards, averaged about 4.3 per carry. He had 1 touchdown, so solid day for him. Then we got wide receiver Hank Betty with 5 receptions, 186 receiving yards, averaged about 37.2 per catch, and 1 touchdown. So really solid day for him as well, both for Khalil and also for Hank as well. So solid day for both of those guys. All right, we got Julian Sayin for quarterback for Ohio State. He had a really good day against Minnesota with 23 completions, 27 yards, and had 326 passing yards, averaged about 12.1 per throw, had 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Running back Bo Jackson had a good day as well with 13 carries, 63 yards of rushing, averaged about 4.8 per carry, and had 1 touchdown as well. Then we got wide receiver Carnell Tate, who's also really, really good. He had 9 receptions, 183 receiving yards, averaged about 20.3 average per catch, and 1 touchdown. So both receivers for both teams had great games today. So they were utilized very well in the passing game. All right, so the top 3 defensive players, we got Angelo McCollum with the defensive lineman, 3 total tackles, 1 solo, 1.5 sack, 1.5 tackles for loss. Then we got linebacker JoJo Hayden with 4 total tackles, 2 solo, and lastly, Jaheim Clark with 7 total tackles, 6 solo, and 1 tackles for loss. So there you guys have for Illinois. Then we got top 3 defensive players for Ohio State with for Caden Curry, 4 total tackles, 2 solo, and 0.5 sack for defensive lineman for Caden Curry. And linebacker Sonny Styles with 8 total tackles, 4 solo, and 1 tackles for loss. We got defensive back Davison Igbenogson, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. 4 total tackles and 5 total tackles and 4 solos. So there you guys have for the top 3 defensive players by position of the game against Minnesota. All right, the full team stats for Illinois. We got total yards on offense. They had 507 yards on offense. They allowed 453 yards on defense. Not great. They had passing-wise, they had 390 passing yards on offense, and they allowed 302 yards on defense. Not great as well. Rushing, though, they had a good day for defense. They had, even though on offense they didn't really do so well, but 100 yards is not too bad on offense. Defense, 151 yards allowed. They had 0 turnovers, 4 penalties, and their time possession was 34 minutes and 32 seconds. All right, so for Ohio State, they had 474 yards on offense and 162 yards allowed on defense. Passing, they had 341 yards of passing, and they only allowed 94 passing yards on defense, which is pretty good. But also they had of rushing, they had 133 yards of rushing, and they only allowed 68 yards on defense. Maybe Minnesota is just that bad against Ohio State. They had 0 turnovers, 4 penalties, also 31 minutes and 52 seconds as well. All right, so this was actually kind of a tough one to predict, but I know it's at Illinois. This could be a trap game for Ohio State. They could potentially lose, but I think that my best bet is going to be with Ohio State here. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I still think Ohio State has the better offense and the better defense because last time I picked Illinois versus Indiana at Indiana, and Indiana just destroyed them. But I'm not trying to disrespect Illinois. I think they're a very good football program. I think that Ohio State is just a better offense, better defense. I'm going to go with my spread -10 and my prediction 30-20. So, yeah, there you guys have it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Comment down below what I missed. Comment down below what should I work on. And just comment down below what advice you would give me in this video. All right, guys. Except for you. You have a great rest of the night. Peace out.